tuning into Sims Workshop. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, today we are going to be reviewing Momo Arashima Steals the Sword of the Wind. So this is the first in a new series. Second book has already come out. Haven't read it yet. Third book is coming out soon. So, I just have to say thanks again to the publisher for sending me an arc of this book. I'm sorry it took me so long to review it. But yeah, this is just a fun book. I think the best way I can categorize how fun it is just looking at the chapter titles. The first chapter is Happy Birthday to Me. And then later on, there's another chapter titled, think of it as Borrowing in a Time of Great Need. That's the chapter title. So that kind of gives you an idea of the feel of this novel. It's a middle grade juvenile novel, you know, you would find it in the kids section, but it's so much fun. I loved it. There is no age limit on books. I've read the entire School for Good and Evil series, so you know. But it's so much fun. It was just like a laugh out loud riot, and it has such a great engaging tone to it. I mean, you already get a sense of the tone just by the chapter titles. And I'm just, all of them, every single chapter title, it sounds like that title. Like, they all have this freshness to it, this energy, where I would just read it, I'm like, oh boy, what are we going to get into now? That was just how I was reading it, with a smile on my face. I love books that make me smile, especially if they're kid books, you know. Yes, there are, you know, some more serious, heavy-handed kid books, but it's just, I love the fun ones, you know, because those are really the ones that foster a kid's love of reading. And these are the books that are going to get them into reading so that they can start reading more of the stuff they like and even enjoy some of the more serious things, I think. Because this book isn't just all smiles and laughs. I mean, it does have some serious moments to it. Momo's mom is apparently a Shinto princess. So she's apparently a goddess. And there's a chapter title like, she's a goddess? Her? Or something similar to that. And I'm like, oh, this is great. This is great. So she grew up on stories about, you know, Japanese mythology, and she sees things that people, you know, normal people, humans, mortals don't see. And it got to a point where, you know, she lost her best friend, or rather her best friend started to hang out with the cool kids. You know how it goes, like, oh, you're a little too weird for me, so I don't want to be ostracized for my Asianness the way you're ostracized for your Asianness. So I'm going to just go join the popular white kids. It deals with that in the novel in a really thoughtful way that I do think is relatable to young kids, especially kids who feel like they're on the outside because of their quote-unquote otherness. You know, either they're Hispanic or they're, you know, African-American or Native American, whatever defines them, whatever makes them feel other, you know. So I think that part is relatable because she doesn't really let go of her otherness. It's a part of her. She just kind of thinks she's a little weird and somewhat crazy. And then she discovers, nope, everything her mother told her was true. And her mother has been kidnapped by a death goddess who wants to open the gates to the underworld and release demons all over the world. And now Momo has to go on a quest with former best friend and was Kai his name? Let's see. I wrote his name down. I wish I would have better prepared for you guys. Danny is her, you know, former friend. Pretty sure it's Kai. Kai is, he's a fox. And I think it's great. And I love it. I love it. I love how it delves into that Japanese mythology, because I do love learning about that stuff. And that stuff really, it's so wonderful to read, you know, Asian mythology, not just Japanese. So when I pick up another book that has those mythologies other than Greek. I mean, I could read a Greek mythology every day, any day for the rest of my life, but it's nice to read other mythologies. And I think Japanese, I'm going to go with Asian and Norse. Those are like my next two favorite mythologies that I really like to read more about. So it was a lot of fun. It's full of lots of laughs. It's full of tons of heartful moments. It does, have that tension between Danny and Momo, but it also addresses what it's like to grow up, not just as a, daughter to a single mother, but also as someone who is other than white. So it was really, really interesting. I enjoyed it a lot, and I do think this is a great book to give to a young kid to read. It's full of laughs, it's full of adventure, it's just nonstop, and it was a great book. So in any case, thank you all for tuning in. I will of course include details in the description if you yourself want to check out the book. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with all your book with your friends. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, happy reading.